Let's talk about the other parts. The third part we're going to talk about, the third main part, is the petals. We normally see brightly colored flowers around. These brightly colored flowers usually attract insects. There are certain flowers too that are very dull in color. Usually we may think they lack petals, but they also have petals. Now, petals are often the brightly colored parts of the flower, but certain flowers have dull colored petals. Okay, their function is to protect the flower and also attract and repel specific pollinators. Now, in certain flowers, they have dull colored petals, and that will not attract insects. Such flowers are pollinated by wind. We're going to talk about pollination later. Okay. Now, with the flowers that have brightly colored petals, their petals are usually larger. Okay. They also repel wind pollination. They also resist wind pollination. They attract insects, and their pollination is done by the insects. So the petals are often the brightly colored part of the flower. They protect the flower, and then they attract and repel specific pollinators. The next one is the sepal. So here we have the petal here. With the sepal, usually when the flower is in the bud stage, the bud, bud, as the flower starts to develop, it looks like this. It is covered with a green structure, green leaves. It is covered with green leaves, and these leaves are what we call the sepals. Okay? So sepals are modified leaves that protect a developing flower and keep it from drying out. Here we have our petals, we have our sepals. So a developing flower looks green. It looks green because all the contents inside are kept or are being protected by the sepals. Lastly, we talk about the receptacle. This is the stalk. As the stalk joins the flower, we see this swollen end of the stalk. It is the thickened part of the stem from which the organs in the flower grow. That is what has been written here. So this swollen end here is a receptacle. It contains all the developing organs of the flower. So that is where the developing organs are going to start their growth from. Now, a group of petals we call the corolla. Okay, a group of petals is called the corolla, and then the group of sepals we call the calyx. C-A-L-Y-X. So please put that in mind. You can pause the video and put this down. A group of petals is the corolla. A group of sepals is the calyx.